I started a Kickstarter campaign today, and I some people say, why? Well, here's the title. Might help you explain. Bringing Clavic Tales to print. I've been world building on a fiction series off and on for 27 years now. Um, I'll probably add to that because it's not very descriptive, but that is why. And the reason why I've been off and on is because I I've had to work, and they're all excuses. I've got a lot of excuses. What it comes down to, though, is just life happened, and I had to prioritize my writing a lot lower than other things like getting a job, supporting a family, or trying to. And whenever I work 40 hours a week, I come home exhausted. So when I got time, theoretically, with the air quotes, time to write, um, mostly I'm too exhausted. My head's elsewhere. I'm just like so I haven't been writing as consistently, and I think the biggest reason is because I had to work 40 hours a week. So this Bringing Glove Tales to Print Kickstarter program, if I'm able to make my goal $45,000, which is a big one, by January, I will be able to. I will have enough money to quit my job, my full-time day job, and work on Glove Tales full-time. Which I don't know. I'll actually put the link to this in the show notes, YouTube notes. I don't have a show. What am I talking about? But I got one backer, which isn't much, but in one day I got one backer. Someone don't know yet. I'm going to update pictures on here. Right, I want to, and by January, I want to have the first book, Geordie Nights, in print. But to bring the whole series into print, because I've been building a world for a long time with a lot of elements, different characters, places, cultures. To really bring that out, to bring that to print, I think I'm going to need to be off my day job. And that is the amount for about 1 year. Because everything I've read says that, don't quit your day job until you have 6 months worth of money saved up or whatever. So this is enough. This is enough. I mean, because by the 6 month point, if I'm not selling Globic Tales, if the books aren't selling, and merchandising, because I want to do some other things too, if it's not selling, then I'll have to start looking for work again. But more than likely, I'll start selling it. I'll make an income after I've been doing it full time for 6 months, and I'll be okay. But anyway, Globic Tales. I want to tell a little bit about what that is. This world building fiction series. I think it qualifies. Now, under my little stipulations of science fiction versus fantasy, it's actually probably fantasy because it's located in a world that's not Earth, far, far away. But it doesn't have that element of fantasy, the religious / spiritual unknown. I mean, it does, but it doesn't play as big of a part like it does like Star Wars. Is a classic example of my divisions. The reason why I created that. Star Trek and Star Wars. Star Trek is science fiction. Star Wars is fantasy. They both have spaceships, robots, but everything in Star Trek is explainable by science. I mean, sometimes the science doesn't make sense, but Well, no, it always makes sense. Sometimes it's not probable, possible. I don't know. There's a whole philosophy behind it, actually, but it's all scientifically based. It's a concrete location. Well, as concrete as possible. I mean, you know where Earth is. Earth is part of that world. San Francisco. It's concrete time. You know, 24th century. That's a definite time. So Star Wars is a galaxy far, far away. So it's not associated with Earth. It's not even. It's not on the map. It's a unique location. Unique location, unique time frame because it's far, far away, and a long time ago, and it's just different. It's not Earth. It's not grounded in Earth or a timeline, and it's not grounded in science. It's grounded in the Force. You know, the good, the bad, the good and the bad. It's good and evil. It's kind of it's a spiritual doctrine behind everything there, and that's why those are my major criteria for science fiction versus fantasy. Now, Globic Tales does not have that good and evil element. Well, the first book doesn't, and the second book really doesn't. But it's more. I created a world that's similar to Earth. And actually the title of one of my books, a nonfiction book that's not in the series, but it's relevant, is Globus Circular. That's the title. I'm working on this, actually. A book for kind of inspiring people to be persistent, keep with it after all this time. Because Glob is very similar to Earth, has a lot of things that are like Earth, but they're not Earth. It could be an alternate dimension. I mean, I haven't explored that yet, and I might somewhere down the line that it's actually a dimension. It actually is Earth in a dimension. That's a really sci-fi type thing too. And not fantasy so much, but yeah, I'm really excited. I'm gonna update this page. I'm really excited about having this Kickstarter. Working on it more. I don't know. I'll put the link below. Put the link to some of my stories, some of my books. I've got a lot of nonfiction books. I've already got several to my name in Amazon, and only 2 fiction. This novel and the one that I write for now, Ramo, which is really a draft. But yeah, I'll copy this, the link, and put it on my YouTube video here, and upload this video now. Thanks a lot.